We have heard a lot of people say that post-study visa is a waste of money, it's a waste of time, it doesn't count towards your ILR. You shouldn't do it, you should rather get a tier 2 visa straight up. We've heard that too. Post-study does have its own advantages, and today's video will be sharing those advantages, some of them as much as we know. So if this is something you'd like to watch, would love for you to stay till the end of today's video.
Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Abigail and you are.
My name is Dfabfamily.
Yeah. So yeah, like he rightly said, and from the topic of today's video, we want to talk about post-study. I know personally, I also thought, even before we got to this point in our life, like when we were coming into the UK, I thought study, when I read about it, I thought it was a waste of 2 years because it doesn't count towards, you know, that thing you are after. But after giving it much thought and what we have experienced here in the UK, I feel like if that's what you have, then just hold on to it. And we are going to be highlighting the things we feel are the points we feel are the advantages to this post study. Number one thing I love about the post study visa is that it gives you a great work experience. Now, for example, you finished your masters, you're on post study visa, like you can explore different jobs, either that goes with what you studied in your masters or even something you've been doing before. You can do a lot of jobs. I mean, so that gives you work experience, like your CV is not scanty. You have worked with this company for so years, you did this and this. And that one alone, I really love it. I really love it. So if you're on post study, we think you should make use of the opportunity, the 2 years, to gather a lot of great work experience, not just work, like not don't just do anything.
Just to add to that, it is not as if you're on a work visa, you don't have work experience, but your work experience might not count until you leave that employer. Because imagine that you're tied to a particular employer for 5 years, and this leads to the second point, which is career advancement. If you are tied to a particular employer for 5 years and you remain on the same level, because we've seen
Same
people
job.
like that, you remain in the same job, on the same level, you don't get promotion, you don't get to move, change levels, you might not even get to change your salary in some cases. Imagine that for 5 years. So you still have 5 years work experience, but it might not count until after you leave that employer, when you now start
Yeah.
looking to get other jobs. Now, from what we have seen, the people we know, our experience, you are open to getting better jobs and having career advancement if you're on post study, or if you are
Yeah.
not limited to a particular employer. So I don't want to say only if you're on post study. Some people are not on post study and they are not maybe on ILR. They already have their indefinite leave to remain. You see the rate at which your career will advance.
Yeah.
Because if you're on a particular job, you can see another job or another position that offers more. And because you are not
You're not
tied
tied
to
to.
that particular employer or
Yeah.
that particular role, you can apply, you can change jobs, you can change roles. So that helps your career advancement. You might not have that on custody. And I think it is also fair to mention that which one you want to go for might also depend on your situation. If you have a large family, if you need that opportunity as fast as possible, if you don't have the luxury of using a particular amount, maybe 2,500, 3,500, to do post study for one person, you're a family of four, family of five, you might not have that luxury to say that, okay, this is the choice I want to make. So you should also understand that,
Yeah.
which leads us to our next point.
Yeah. So we also feel like post study visa gives you more freedom, like we have said before. It's You're not tied to anyone. You can leave. You can pack your bags and leave. Well, you can do that for the other one, but it's still more complicated.
You can do that for each other one.
You can now. If you
So,
see another employer that will sponsor you, but it's just that you have to
uh
look for someone that will
that will
sponsor
sponsor
you, an employer that will sponsor.
with that condition. But on
Yes.
post study, you really don't
You
have that
don't.
condition.
You
And
don't.
freedom is a very big word. You
Yeah.
can be living in England and you get another job opportunity, say in Scotland or in Wales. You can easily, you have that freedom.
Yeah.
You have freedom of time. You have freedom to design your own things.
Mm.
You know, if you're on a skilled worker visa and you're tied to a particular employer, you won't even really want to offend them. You watch the rate at which you do things, the rate at which you take sick leave. You won't want to have any issue. But if you're on post
Yeah.
study, I'm not saying you now start looking to make trouble. It is just that freedom. Freedom is a big word. The
Yeah.
freedom even also relates to your family. If you have family, if you have children, you can design your work around your children.
Also, in the sense of flexibility,
Yes.
you can design your work routine to, like, you're just free to do as you please, but on the other side, if you're tied to an employer, if your employer is giving you sponsorship, there's a contract. Well, there's a contract for the other one, but there's a contract, and there are things that you want to be more careful. Okay. So yes, if you're on post study, don't think about, oh, it doesn't count. Just look at it in the just be open-minded that, oh, these 2 years, don't let it waste. And then I really don't understand. I'm sorry, but situations are different.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people just don't have a choice. You're on post study and you're still doing, that job you were doing as a student or working with agency. I mean, it is a time for you to spread your wings and just fly. It is a time for you to apply, get other, what do people call it, professional skills and all that.
Yeah.
Yes. So I was gonna say.
Now, I could have tied this one to career advancement, but I chose to separate it, particularly because of people that say that post study is a waste of money.
Mm.
Now, when you have career advancement, you are also expected to make better money. I mean, you don't have career advancement and you're making less money.
Mhm.
Is that right to say? Yeah, if you're
No,
advancing in career, you're getting
yeah,
better
getting
positions,
better
better roles,
pay.
you also
Yeah,
tend to
yeah.
make better money. So if you've spent a particular amount of money, say family of four, 3,000 for post, let's just assume it's 3,000, family of four, that's
So,
12K. If you've spent 12K on post study work visa and you are making a lot of money, you get to make that 12K back and even more. It is what we have seen. Now, for most people, I'm not saying everybody, we have people who are on skilled worker visa and they're doing very good jobs. IT jobs, engineering jobs, they're on skilled worker visa. But that's why I said most people that are doing, that have gone for the opportunities they have, like people in the care field. I know some people want to do care, they're passionate about care, that's what they want to do. But those people that I'm talking about, they don't make so much money. I don't think it pays much. To be
mm.
fair,
No,
in
if you're a
most cases,
nurse, you get paid a lot.
I'm talking about support workers, the carers, and all that. So it doesn't pay much. So if you're trying to save money and you still don't make money, compared to you spending the money to do post study and you make more money, you try to do the equation and the math, which one pays more. So, and from what we have seen, what we've experienced, you get to make more money when you're on post study. It could be due to change of jobs, it could be ability to do
To
multiple
do
jobs.
multiple
You know, if you are tied to
jobs.
an employer, in some cases they say you're able to do
Yeah,
20 hours with another employer. In some cases, you won't
you
even be
cannot
able
even
to.
do
So you are
20.
tied to those hours, you are tied to that job. There's a limit to how much you can make. But on
Sometimes,
post study, there is no limit. Like we said, you can advance, make more
see,
money, you
the
can do multiple
freedom
jobs.
that comes with post study is,
And even that freedom is relatable because you are free to do multiple jobs in different fields. They won't
mhm.
say one care code
Nobody
or
is
course code or what is it called?
code or anything. Nobody is. You're
Yeah.
not owing anyone. No one is owing
Yeah.
you.
So I think it's also important to mention
Yeah.
that whichever you want to go for. Now, when it's not limited to this is the opportunity I have, or this is the money we have, we can't afford this, we can afford this. I'm saying if you can afford skilled worker visa, or you can afford post study, or if you have the opportunity of getting skilled worker visa and you want to choose which one, you should also consider what your plan is.
Your long term.
Your short-term plan, your long-term plan. If you don't have a long-term plan of staying in the UK, maybe you've come for your master's program, you've achieved that, you want to get some work experience, you want to relocate to another country, then it will not be wise. If you are planning to relocate to another country, it will not be wise to tie yourself to a particular employer for 5 years. and you now
for
relocate in
3 years.
between, it doesn't really make sense for us. So if you're on post study, you know where you want to relocate to. You already have your plans set for yourself and for your family. You know the kind of job you want to do. That you can start building on that experience here.
Yeah.
And it is going to help a lot. We have friends who have relocated from the UK to another country, to Canada, to US, to Australia. We have friends like that. It won't make sense that you tie yourself to an employer in between, you now relocate. So try to sort out your plans first. Now, I'm saying if it's not limited to money or limited to opportunities. If it's limited to money or opportunities, then you have to go for whatever is available. Sometimes you have 3 months left on your visa, 1 month left on your visa. You don't have the luxury of time
Of
to now
time.
be saying no.
Mm.
I want to do my short-term goals. I want to sort out. No, you don't have the luxury of time. So sometimes you have to go for whatever you have available. Yeah. So it's important to know.
Yeah. So if you're coming into the UK and you're thinking, what should you do? I think it just depends on your, like Fab Daddy said, and the opportunities.
Yeah.
Some people are very lucky that they had opportunity to get the skilled worker visa. So if that's what you have, grab it.
So the people I'm really happy for, I'm really excited for, is those that have chosen the field they want to work in. That this is what I want to do, and they now get skilled worker visa in that field, and you are making a lot of money in that same field. You have all in one now.
In fact, congratulations.
I'm so happy for you. I felicitate with you.
But if you know this is not the field I want to be, but you're just doing it for the meantime till you have what you know.
Yeah.
Also, good for you. No knowledge is
Lost, yes.
wasted or lost. Okay, you can still build on the knowledge. You can still start again, start over. It's never too late to start over. All right. So yes, we hope with this.
Let me say lastly, I'm sorry before you hope. Lastly, whichever field you find yourself, whichever situation you find yourself, always seek to do better. Always seek to be better. Now, we know someone, I don't know if you remember, but I'll remind you. We know someone who got sponsorship in a field, but the role she entered for, she has been promoted into another role, though it's still the same code, but she has been promoted into another role. No more, it's now no more entry level.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
She's no longer on the entry level. When I say she's no longer at the entry level. She has been promoted, but she's still on sponsorship and it's still the same care code. And you find yourself doing any kind of job, always strive to do better. Even if you are tied to an employer for 5 years, you should have a plan. What are you going to do after 5 years? You shouldn't finish the 5 years and now be thinking, what am I going to do now? You now start running around. I want to do a course. I want to get some experience. No. Even if you can't get the experience, at least you can get yourself prepared on certifications.
No, that's how I want to say that. Yeah. Even while on the 5 years visa, don't just fold your hands. You can even sell yourself to your employer, you know.
Yeah. So start having the plan. If some certifications take 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, don't finish the 5 years and now start another 1 year, 2 years, 3 years to gather some stuff. No, everything you are able to gather now, start gathering it. So that once the 5 year hits and you get what you need or you've sorted
you
the
also
plans,
have career
you shoot immediately, you start shooting. Don't it will be funny that you will even now move faster than people who have to do some other stuff.
Well, may God help us, because there's always thinking and planning this place.
So.
There's always thinking, and sometimes it's actually very exhausting. Yeah. It is exhausting. So whatever situation you're in, we felicitate with you. Thank you for watching our videos, guys. Please subscribe to this channel if you are new. Kindly subscribe, turn on your notification bell. I'm always saying this, you say it now.
And even if you are not new, you've watched one video, you've watched a few videos and you've still not subscribed. What will it take for you to subscribe? Subscribe now. Why are you doing like that?
Well, thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.
It will be.
Did you forget?
No, I wanted them to think I forgot.